Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Thursday, August 9th, 2018. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. 18 persons from the medical field as well as community caregivers here in Nevis are now certified in basic gerontology or care of the elderly. They were recently recognized for the accomplishment at a graduation ceremony during which they were awarded certificates of completion. Owner of the Grange Nursing Home, Patricia Richards, leader, gave the overview of the course.
I was the curriculum planner and developer, but I think kudos needs to be given as well to the Honorable Mrs. Brand Williams, Mrs. Garcia Hendrickson, and Ms. Michelle Liebert, who approached me very early in 2017 and having assessed that their caregivers needed some training in order to allow them to do the work that they were set, and that is caring for the elderly. In order to develop the course, I had to do an assessment of needs, both for caregivers and for the people who are going to be cared for. And eventually, under the auspices and guidance of Mrs. Jacobs, we developed a course that was approved by the University of the West Indies, and the course began in August 2017. These courses are developed uniquely for the population that they're going to serve.
Leader noted that the course, which included 36 weeks of theory and 36 weeks of practical work at the Grange Nursing Home on St. Kitts, was extremely successful.
I saw 18 care workers develop into exceptionally good thinking, increased morale, enthusiastic. I don't want to call you all workers, individuals, people who were then focused on what they had to do and really enjoy their caring role.
While Cecilia Stanley was the most outstanding graduate in the medical field, Yvette Inglis was the most outstanding graduate among the community caregivers.
We covered several topics and overall learned about the physical, spiritual, emotional, financial, and social well-being of the elderly. This includes sessions on caring for persons with chronic diseases, all forms of elderly abuse, diet, exercise, hygiene, the importance of having a meaningful relationship with God, managing money, and the importance of recreation and social interaction. This training can be applied anywhere and anytime as necessary. I take this opportunity on the behalf of the participants of the Care of the Elderly Basic Gerontology course to express sincere thanks to all those who made the course possible and successful. You have invested in us, and I assure you that we will put the knowledge to good use.
The UE certificates of completion were presented by Minister of Community Development, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, and Facilitator Cicely Jacobs. Deputy Director of Social Services, Joyce Moven, chaired the July 24th ceremony with the theme, Caring for the Senior Population is Imperative as we embrace the 21st century. Remarks were also made by Cabinet Secretary Stedman Tross on behalf of Premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley, while Nurse Lorraine Archibald delivered the feature address. students from the Violet O. Jeffers Nichols VOJN Primary School and 1 student from the St. Thomas's Primary School will be better prepared to face the new school year thanks to the scholarships awarded to them by the Nevis Blind, Light and Visually Impaired Society. The presentations were made today, Thursday, August 9th, at the Society's headquarters.
Today, we are handing over checks to 3 children, and so we are very glad to have them here with us. Each check is $750, and it's a scholarship. And as a society, we are going to stand by our children, and we are going to give representation, not just with a scholarship, but wherever we can help, we will do that.
Following the presentation of the checks by Cynric Morton, Secretary of Nevis Blind, Light and Visually Impaired Society, Principal of the VOJN Primary School, Shea Wilkin, gave the vote of thanks.
We are indeed grateful that the Blind, Light and Visually Impaired Society thought it quite kind and, I must say, generous to extend their financial support to these 3 parents. Indeed, we know that education is costly, and we know that all students are to have a proper education, and so these funds are going to be used for such. We would like to give hearty thanks to you, the Nevis Blind, Light and Visually Impaired Society, for the generous contribution to the students. This thoughtfulness is a gift we will always treasure. We do ask also that the community support the blind, light and visually impaired, because there's no point in segregating our society today. We are all open to the same opportunities. And so thank you very much.
Also present was Trudy Prentice, Assistant Secretary Treasurer of the Nevis Blind, Light and Visually Impaired Society. Still to come.
From today, to try to make a difference in our society, try to bring St. Peter Nevis back to where it was when we were growing up.
The details after this break.
Even though I'm in Taiwan studying,
I stay connected to home by watching local news on nevistvonline.com
using my NTV app on my mobile device.
Remember, if you don't see and I don't see, NNC on NTV. Try it now.
Welcome back. Minister of Community Development, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, was among those who congratulated 14 persons who recently graduated from the Adult and Teen Challenge Living Free Counseling Program. Living Free is a non-profit Christian ministry that provides small group training and discipleship curriculums that focus on helping people prevent and overcome life-controlling issues, including negative attitudes, destructive behaviors, harmful emotions, unhealthy relationships, and substance abuse. The training followed the inaugural visit in June by global directors of Adult and Teen Challenge in acknowledgement of the progress of the program in St. Kitts and Nevis, which is directed by Pastor Tebron Fleming.
During the historic visit, my work was evaluated, and in approval, I received a promotion. And as a result of this, I received 30 new counseling programs and 4 scholarships. These 4 scholarships facilitate staff training for 4 persons, including myself, from St. Kitts and Nevis in Jamaica. Training begins in September. Today, we are graduating 14 students who are not only equipped to help themselves, but equipped also to help others. 2 of these students will be graduating as Living Free Counseling Program facilitators and will be going on for further training.
Minister Evelyn used the occasion to commend Pastor Fleming for her work.
Let me first of all congratulate Pastor Triple Fleming for the work that she has been doing in this program. And as I sat and I listened to her report, it is obvious that she's a young woman who is committed to a cause. I also want to congratulate the graduates of this time. And I'm happy that Dr. Fleming indicated a while ago that the graduates are not all from one church, Alpha and Omega. It's always good and exciting when our churches of the island can collaborate and come together.
The Community Development Minister, who described the Living Free Counseling Program as a good cause, also issued a challenge to the graduates.
We have 14 of you. So if each 14 of you can make a difference, each 14 of you can touch one life or touch two lives, then I think we have a start. So once again, I really want to congratulate you all, and I really want to challenge you from today to try to make a difference in our society, try to bring St. Kitts and Nevis back to where it was when we were growing up. And I really hope that persons can be responsive as well. As I said before, when you're doing something for the good cause, you will have problems, you will meet challenges. But let us all strive, especially the graduates, to ensure from this program that not only you, but all of us in Nevis and St. Kitts could be living free of guns, gangs, criminal activity, stress, and living free to enjoy all that God has given us to enjoy.
Also addressing the July 29th ceremony were Bishop Ron Collins, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Ecclesiastical Affairs, Police Inspector Alonzo Carty, the featured speaker, and Minister Thompson Joseph, who spoke on behalf of the graduates. The 345 closed-circuit television CCTV cameras installed in Phase 1 of the Cities and Roadways Surveillance System CCTV project play a key role in crime fighting due to their high evidentiary value and deterrent factor. Phase 1 covers Bastille and its environs. A number of serious crimes, including robberies, break-ins, and larcenies, has been solved directly as a result of video footages produced by these cameras, says the final report on the CCTV surveillance project Phase 1. It adds that images produced by these cameras have provided useful information in a number of shooting incidents. The final report on the CCTV surveillance project Phase 1, written by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security Osmond Petty, was prepared with input from the Telecommunications Department and the Violent Crimes Unit of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. The report attributes the decrease in serious crimes to the Taiwanese-funded FIVW $0.25 million project, noting that there has been a significant reduction in the commission of serious crimes, homicides, and non-fatal shootings in areas where the cameras are installed, thus underscoring the project's proactive and deterrent value to crime fighting. It goes on to note that gun-related crimes dropped from 33 in 2016 to 19 in 2017, or 42%, while at the end of June 2018, the number of incidents stood at 5 as compared with 10 for the corresponding period last year, a 50% decline. The report says continuous monitoring of the cameras assists the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force in determining the truthfulness of alleged claims and in responding to incidents such as fights and verbal confrontations, thus preventing their escalation. The installation of these cameras has allowed for the utilization of police manpower resources in other areas not covered by this project, thus expanding the presence of the police, the report also notes. The cameras are powered by Vivotech, the leading network surveillance solutions provider in Taiwan. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.